So meal number 1 is from the Curry Heaven book. It's 50 mouth-watering Indian recipes. It's a Slimming World book. So all 5 recipes this week in this little series is going to be from Slimming World books, recipe books, or from online. Now that's what mine should look like, but I've got half of a free-range chicken that we had for roast chicken dinner yesterday, so I'm just going to use that. So ours will look a bit more like shredded chicken than these big chunks of chicken, but that's fine because the sauce will be exactly the same. So this is a classic chicken curry, serves 4, it's free on Extra Easy, free on Original, and 11 cents on Green. So this must be a really old book. So we'll go through the recipe and I'm pretty sure it'll be free anyway. So we need 800 grams of skinless and boneless chicken thighs or breasts cut into large pieces. So I'm just going to take off for this chicken what is left. There's about half of the chicken there. Wasn't a very big chicken, I must say. Low calorie cooking spray, 1 onion, peeled and finely chopped, so that will be a speed food. A 2 centimetre piece of root ginger, peeled and finely grated, that will be a speed food. 2 garlic cloves, peeled and crushed, speed food. 1 tablespoon of mild or medium curry powder, I'll see which one I've got, I might have to send for that. 1 teaspoon each of ground cumin, ground coriander, ground cinnamon and paprika, so those will be free. Half a teaspoon of crushed cardamom seeds and 1/4 teaspoon each of ground cloves and turmeric. A 400 gram chopped tomatoes, which will be speed. 300 ml of boiling chicken stock, that will be free. And chopped coriander, sliced green chillies and fat-free natural yogurt to serve. For this recipe we need to spray the pan, add the onion and stir fry for 5 to 6 minutes till lightly brown. Stir in the ginger, garlic, curry powder, cumin, coriander, cinnamon, paprika, cardamom seeds, ground cloves and turmeric, and stir over a high heat for 1 to 2 minutes. Add the chicken and cook for 2 to 3 minutes until sealed. Then add the tomatoes and stock. So because my chicken's already cooked, I'll add my chicken at the end. So reduce the heat to low and allow to simmer gently for 40 to 45 minutes. I'll probably cook mine for about half an hour. Remove the frying pan from the heat, adjust the seasoning to taste and serve, garnished with chopped coriander and sliced green chillies. I'll put chillies in a little bowl. My husband will eat them, the rest of us won't. And if you enjoy a creamier curry or want to make the curry less hot, swirl in some fat-free natural yogurt. We'll probably just have it as it is and probably won't add the yogurt. And I'll show you it when it's done, but looking forward to trying this as recipe number 1. So I'm just sweating down the onions and then I've added all the spices to that. Now instead of just 1 onion, I've added 2 because obviously my chicken's going to be smaller sizes to the recipe, and I'm going to bulk it out a bit more with onions to make it more speedy as well. Now I'm going to use, so there's half of this chicken here that's left from yesterday, so I'm just going to take all the meat off the bone. I'll add it after I've added the tomatoes. Now this is the tomatoes I use. They are fantastic tomatoes. I know they are very expensive, I think, in comparison to Asda or Tesco's own, but to be honest I'd rather use them because they've got much tastier, they're much sweeter tomato, so I would rather spend a little bit more on things like that so that it's just a bit tastier. So that's what I'm going to add next. Then I'll add the chicken last and heat it well through. I've also decided to add a second tin of tomatoes just to make it more of a sauce, and then it'll cook down anyway as it cooks through and the onions absorb all those flavours of all those spices that's in there. It looks fantastic already. So that's the chicken added, so I just need to heat that through thoroughly now. But I'm just going to pop it down onto low and that'll be ready in about half an hour, but it'll be about an hour before we eat it. But now at least I know it's ready for tea tonight, and it looks really yummy. I'm going to enjoy this tonight, and I'll show you it when I've got it on the plate as well. So that's the curry totally ready now for tea, and what I'm going to do now is add some rice to these pans. So what I'm using is, I've got some brown rice there, so I'll need to bring it to the boil, and I think it's usually about 25 minutes I cook my brown rice for. I'm also going to cook some black Venus rice as well, and that takes about the same time, about 25 minutes once it's boiling, and I'll show you it when it's all plated up. But I haven't had black Venus rice before, I think I may have bought that in Marks and Spencer's, but I can't remember, to be honest. But it's still all in date, so that's what we're going to have tonight. So for meal idea number 2, I have searched on the Slimming World website, and this is what's come up because I've got steak for us to have tonight. So we're going to have Jack Daniel's steak with sweet potato fries. No one else likes sweet potato fries. I will have those, and the rest of the family will have their chips. So for this recipe we need 4 lean sirloin steaks, visible fat removed. I'll remove the fat from mine, doesn't need to be removed from everyone else's. Some mushrooms. I don't have portobello, but I've got largish mushrooms. 6 tomatoes halved. I may pop some of those. My husband's going to pop them on the barbecue, so I'll put some tomatoes onto the barbecue. And it also asks for green beans. We'll not be having that either. So for the potato fries, we need sweet smoked paprika, ground cinnamon, mixed herbs, 3 sweet potatoes, and low calorie spray. So I'll cut that down because it's only for me, so I'll probably just do 1 or 2 sweet potatoes. And for the Jack Daniel's glaze, you need 4 tablespoons of dark soy sauce or tamari. I'll use dark soya sauce, 4 tablespoons of tomato puree, 1 teaspoon of onion granules, 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, and 1 tablespoon of Jack Daniel's or other bourbon whiskey. We've definitely got some Jack Daniel's from Christmas. So I'll mix that together and I will coat the steaks in that, and then when the barbecue's up to temperature we'll pop those on the barbecue, and I will do their chips in active fry and I'll do my sweet potatoes in the oven. So we need to preheat the oven. In a shallow bowl, mix together paprika, cinnamon and herbs, spray the fries with low calorie cooking spray and gently toss the spices to coat. Spread on a non-stick baking tray in a single layer, season lightly and bake on the top shelf of an oven for 30 to 35 minutes or until tender. While the fries are cooking, make the glaze by mixing together all the ingredients until well combined. Evenly brush the glaze over the steaks, then place the steaks onto a non-stick baking tray. Now we're going to put ours on the barbecue. I know it's winter, but we have an outdoor barbecue, so we're just going to pop them onto there and we'll cook them until they're ready. Everyone else likes theirs fairly medium rare. I like mine medium to well done. Then we need to cook the mushrooms and the tomatoes, so I'll just do those in a pan. Actually no, I'll pop those on the barbecue as well. I'll just cut them ready so that they can all go onto the barbecue at once. So that's what we're having tonight. So I'll show you the glaze and the steaks as they're marinating, and then I'll show you it when it's ready. Meal idea number 3 is going to be Bolognese pasta bake from the Slimming World website, and that is what theirs looks like. So what we need for this is 400 grams of dried pasta, 1 onion finely chopped, 1 medium carrot finely chopped, 3 garlic cloves finely sliced, 250 grams of mushrooms roughly chopped, 500 grams of lean mince beef, and that needs to be 5% fat or less, a 400 gram can of chopped tomatoes, 250 ml of hot beef stock, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 110 grams of reduced fat mozzarella, and it says diced, and wilted spinach or green vegetables to serve. So I've got everything out here. I've actually got this grated mozzarella, but that's fine. 40 grams is a healthy extra A, so I'll just divide it up depending on how many servings. I'll possibly get 4 servings out of this, so that will be 160 grams for 4 healthy extra A's, but it's not just for me, so I'll be able to share that out. So that's all my ingredients here. I'm actually also going to add a yellow pepper in there for extra speed as well. I'll probably add a little bit extra mushrooms as well. I'll probably use 2 of the beef stock cubes to make it nice and beefy, and I think everything else is as it says on the recipe, and I'll show you when it's done. So what we need to do with this is we need to cook our pasta, and we need to stir fry the onions, garlic, carrot, mushrooms and mince in a large pan over a high heat for 6 to 7 minutes. Add the tomato stock and oregano and bring to the boil. Season lightly, cover and cook over a medium heat for 20 minutes. Stirring occasionally. Spoon half of the sauce into the base of a medium baking dish and top with the cooked pasta. Spoon over the remaining sauce and sprinkle over the cheese, which will be easy because it's already grated for me. Bake in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until bubbling. So that's everything chopped up and ready to go. So what I'm going to do is use 80 grams of mozzarella. I think that will be more than enough. So that's 2 healthy extra A's. So for the 4 portions, that'll be half a healthy extra A. That's it bubbling away in the pan. I'm just going to add some tomato puree to that just to make it a bit more tomatoey as well, and I'm going to reduce the stock quite a bit, and then I'll add the pasta and pop it in the oven with the mozzarella on the top. So I've actually used 160 grams of mozzarella, so 160 grams will be 4 healthy extra A's. So if we divided these 2 into 4, that'd be 1 healthy extra A each, but I'll probably get more than that. I might even get 8 portions out of this, but we'll see. So I'm going to class that as 1 healthy extra A per portion, but like I say, depends how much we have each. And I'll have mine on a bed of spinach tonight for my tea, and I'll show you it when I've got it on the plate. I'm just about to pop it in the oven just to crisp up the mozzarella on the top. So tonight's recipe is from the Fast and Free Slimming World book, the over 60 fab free foods feasts in 30 minutes or less. And the recipe should look like that there, and it's peri peri chicken and rice. So for this recipe we need 1 large onion finely chopped, 2 garlic cloves, crushed, 350 grams of dried basmati rice, 600 ml of boiling chicken stock, so I've got 600 ml of water in there, and I've got 2 chicken stock cubes in there. We need 300 grams of cherry tomatoes, which I need to get out of the fridge, 8 skinless and boneless chicken thighs. I've got some diced chicken breast here. We need low calorie spray, so I've got that, the aromatic garlic one there. We need chopped parsley, fresh parsley, so I've got my parsley there, and lemon wedges, which I don't have. Then for the peri peri seasoning, I've got it all in this dish here. You need 1 teaspoon of onion granules, 1 teaspoon of garlic granules, 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1 teaspoon of chilli powder, and 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. So I've measured them all out and popped them in there. So how we make this is we put the onion, garlic and 3 tablespoons of water in a large non-stick frying pan that you can put a lid on, cover and cook over a medium-low heat for 5 minutes or until soft. Meanwhile, put all the peri peri seasoning ingredients in a small bowl, add half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper and mix well. Increase the heat under the onion to high and stir in the rice, stock and all but 1 tablespoon of your peri peri seasoning. Bring to the boil, stirring, then cover and reduce the heat to low. Cook for 20 minutes, adding the cherry tomatoes for the last 5 minutes. Meanwhile, put the chicken in a wide bowl, sprinkle over the remaining 1 tablespoon of peri peri seasoning, toss well, spray another large non-stick frying pan, and with low calorie spray, place over a high heat and stir fry the chicken for about 6 minutes or until cooked through. Check the rice has absorbed the stock and is ready to eat. Then stir in the chicken and sprinkle with parsley. Serve hot with lemon wedges and salad or sweet veg. So that is what mine should look like, something very similar. So I'm away to make it now, and I'll add some little screenshots of it as we go. Meal number 5 is going to be from the Slimming World's 50 Golden Greats recipe book, and it's a nice and simple one, and it's spaghetti bolognese. Now, not everyone in my household eats beef mince, so I'm going to make 2 versions of this, one with beef mince and one with turkey mince. So exactly the same ingredients, just that the main part of the meat is different. So for this we need 2 back bacon rashers, visible fat removed and roughly chopped. I'm using the little tubs from Asda. That's the one that's got the details on it, so the unsmoked lean diced bacon. I'm just going to use a pack of that in each of these recipes. You need 2 onions chopped, 2 carrots diced, 2 celery sticks roughly chopped, 2 garlic cloves crushed, 50 grams of minced beef, which, like I say, I've got that here, but I've also got the 2% turkey mince, and what I'll do is I'll freeze some of that as well. Then you need 2 cans of tomatoes, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, 1 beef stock cube, so I'm using a beef stock cube for the beef one, and I'm using a chicken one for the turkey. You need 500 grams of dried spaghetti, fresh basil leaves to serve, and then if you want to sin parmesan you can do that as well, or you can make it sin free without adding the parmesan. So I'll show you as I go. So I just thought I'd follow up this video with how many portions I've got left of the Bolognese. So I've got another 2 of the beef Bolognese, and there was 3 of us that had that tonight, and there was only 1 that had the turkey Bolognese, so there's another 4 of those, so they'll all go into the freezer once they're nice and cold. So it's a lot of work making a double portion, but it certainly will save on another night or 2 when we need something nice and quick for tea. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. That's the 5 meal ideas from the Slimming World books. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a little thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, it really helps my channel if you want to subscribe. It's free to do so. Thanks again. See you next time. Bye.